Time to read Wonder again. I hope you all are enjoying these and able to stay up with them. The next chapter is called Our Town, and this is still told from Justin's point of view. We're doing the play Our Town for the spring show this year. Olivia dares me to try out for the lead role, the stage manager, and somehow I get it. Total fluke. Never got any lead roles in anything before. I tell Olivia she brings me good luck. Unfortunately, she doesn't make the female lead. Emily Gibbs, the pink-haired girl named Miranda, gets it. Olivia gets a bit part and also the Emily understudy. Okay, do you know what an understudy is? That is a person that would, just like when we did our play with Miss Curry this year, the third grade program, and Sophia was the understudy for Nicole because Nicole got sick. So Sophia had to step in and take over that part. She didn't know she was going to be the understudy until that day, but that's how things worked out. So it's basically a person that studies under this person and is ready to step in and take over, knows the lines, is ready to move forward with it in case something happens to the person that was already assigned that part. Okay? All right. So let me figure out where we left off. Understudy. I'm actually more disappointed than Olivia is. She almost seems relieved. I don't love people staring at me, she says, which is sort of strange coming from such a pretty girl. A part of me thinks maybe she blew her audition on purpose. The spring show is at the end of April. It's mid-March now, so that's less than 6 weeks to memorize my part, plus rehearsal time, plus practicing with my band, plus finals, plus spending time with Olivia. It's going to be a rough 6 weeks, that's for sure. Mr. Davenport, the drama teacher, is already manic about the whole thing. He will drive us crazy by the time it's over, no doubt. I heard through the grapevine that he'd been planning on doing the Elephant Man, but changed it to Our Town at the last minute. And that change took a week off of our rehearsal schedule. Not looking forward to the craziness of the next month and a half. Olivia and I are sitting on her front stoop. She's helping me with my lines. It's a warm March evening, almost like summer. The sky is still cyan, but the sun is low and the sidewalks are streaked with long shadows. I'm reciting. Yes, the sun's come over 1,000 times. Summers and winters have cracked the mountains a little bit more, and the rains have brought down some of the dirt. Some babies weren't even born before and have begun talking regular sentences already. And the number of people who thought they were right, young and spry, have noticed they can't bound up a flight of stairs like they used to, without their heart fluttering a little. I shake my head. I can't remember the rest. All that can happen in 1,000 days, Olivia prompts me, reading from the script. Right, I say, shaking my head. I sigh. I'm wiped, Olivia. How in the world am I going to remember all these lines? You will, she answers confidently. She reaches out and cups her hands over a ladybug that appears out of nowhere. See? A good luck sign, she says, slowly lifting her top hand, to reveal the ladybug walking up the palm of her other hand. Good luck, or just the hot weather, I joke. Of course good luck, she answers, watching the ladybug crawl up her wrist. There should be a thing about making a wish on a ladybug. Huggy and I used to do that with fireflies when we were little. She cups her hand over the ladybug again. Come on, make a wish. Close your eyes. I dutifully close my eyes. A long second passes, then I open them. Did you make a wish? She asks. Yep. She smiles, uncups her hands, and the ladybug, as if on cue, spreads its wings and flits away. Don't you want to know what I wish for? I asked. No, she answers shyly, looking up at the sky, which is this very moment at the exact color of her eyes. I made a wish too, she says mysteriously, but she has so many things she could wish for. I have no idea what she is thinking. The next chapter is called The Bus Stop. We'll read this last chapter and then we'll stop. Olivia's mom, Augie, Jack, and Daisy come down the stoop just as I'm saying goodbye to Olivia. Slightly awkward since we're sitting and talking. Hey guys, says the mom, pretending not to be anything but the two boys are giggling. Hi, Mrs. Pullman. Please call me Isabel, Justin, she says again. It's like the third time she's told me this, so I really need to start calling her that. I'm heading home, I say, as if to explain. Oh, are you heading to the subway? She says, following the dog with a newspaper. Can you walk Jack to the bus stop? No problem. That okay with you, Jack? The mom asks him, and he shrugs. Justin, can you stay with him all the way till the bus comes? Of course. We all say our goodbyes. Olivia winks at me. You don't have to stay with him. You don't have to stay with me, Jack says, as we're walking to the block. I take the bus myself all the time. Augie's mom is way too overprotective. He's got a low gravelly voice, like a little tough guy. He kind of looks like one of those little rascal kids in the old black and white movies. Like he should be wearing a newsboy cap and knickers. And if you don't know what knickers are, they're the short pants that stopped right below their knees, and they were tight with a kind of a band at their knees, so they would be a little bit baggy on them. But that's what they wore. That's what he's referring to that they used to wear. And on the show that he's referring to, if you've not ever heard of that, that one is The Little Rascals. There were 5 of them, I think, and it was a funny show that was about 5 little boys. Okay, so let me find where I left off. We get to the bus stop, and the schedule says the bus will be there in 8 minutes. I'll wait with you, I tell him. Up to you, he shrugs. Can I borrow $1? I want some gum. I fish $1 out of my pocket and watch him cross the street to the grocery store on the corner. He seems too small to be walking around by himself. Somehow, then I think how I was that young when I was taking the subway by myself. Way too young. I'm going to be an overprotective dad someday. I know it. My kids are going to know that I am overprotective. I'm waiting there for a minute or two when I notice 3 kids walking up the block in the other direction. They walk right past the grocery store, but one of them looks inside and nudges the other 2, and they all back up and look inside. I can tell they're up to no good. All elbowing each other, laughing. One of them is Jack's height, but the other 2 look bigger, more like teens. They hide behind the fruit stand in front of the store, and when Jack walks out, they trail behind him, making loud throw-up noises. Jack casually turns around at the corner to see who they are, and they run away, high-fiving each other and laughing. Jack crosses the street like nothing happened and stands next to me at the bus stop, blowing a bubble. Friends of yours? I finally say. Huh, he says. He's trying to smile, but I can see he's upset. Just some jerks from my school, he says. A kid named Julian and his 2 gorillas, Henry and Miles. Do they bother you like that a lot? No, they've never done that before. They'd never do that in school, or they'd get kicked out. Julian doesn't even live around here, so I guess it must just be bad luck running into him. Oh, okay, I nod. It's not a big deal, he reassures me. We both automatically look down Amesfort Avenue to see if the bus is coming. We're sort of in a war, he says after a minute, as if that explains everything. Then he pulls out his crumpled piece of loose leaf paper from his jean pocket and gives it to me. I unfold it, and it's a list of names in 3 columns. Remember that list of names that Was it Summer that gave to him? I think it was Summer. I unfold it and turns out to be whole grade against me, says Jack. Not the whole grade, I point out, looking down the list. He leaves me notes in my locker that say stuff like, everybody hates you. You should tell your teacher about that. Jack looks at me like I'm an, Jack looks at me and shakes his head. Anyway, you have all these neutrals, I say, pointing to the list. If you get them on your side, things will even up a bit. Yeah, well, that's really going to happen, he says sarcastically. Why not? He shoots me another look like I'm absolutely the most naive person in the world. What? I say. He shakes his head like I'm hopeless. Let's just say, he says, I'm friends with somebody who isn't exactly the most popular kid in the school. Then it hits me what's going on. August. This is all about his being friends with August. And he doesn't want to tell me because I'm the sister's boyfriend. Of course, this all makes sense. We see the bus coming down the Amsford Avenue. Well, just hang in there, I tell him, handing back the paper. The middle school is about as bad as it gets, and then it gets better. Everything works out. He shrugs and shoves the list back into his pocket. We wave goodbye, and then he gets on the bus, and I watch it pull away. When I get to the subway station 2 blocks away, I see the same 3 kids hanging out in front of the bagel place next door. They're still laughing and yucking each other like they're some kind of gangs, which little rich boys in expensive skinny jeans acting now. Don't know what possesses me, but I take my glasses off, put them back in my pocket, and tuck my fiddle case under my arm so the pointy side is facing up. Okay, what do you think he's going to do? I walk over to them, my face scrunched up, mean looking. They look at me, laughs dying on their lips when they see me. Ice cream cones at odd angles. Yo, listen up. Don't mess with Jack, I say real slowly, gritting my teeth. My voice all Clint Eastwood, tough guy. Mess with him again, and you'll be very, very sorry. And then I tap my fiddle case for effect. Got it? They nod in unison. Ice cream dripping onto their hands. Good, I nod mysteriously, then sprint down the subway 2 steps at a time. That little fiddle case came in handy. Our next chapter is called Rehearsal. So that would be for the play rehearsal. And then 2 more very short chapters, and we'll go back to August's point of view. So I hope you're enjoying the readings, and we'll keep up with them. And email me if you have any questions. I'll be reaching out to each of you. Talk to you soon.